Where I am now, I'm in a special place, a tender warm embrace. Where I am now. Where I am now, I'm better than before. I'm through those open doors. Where I am now, where I am now, I'm in a special place, a tender warm embrace. Where I am now. Where I am now, I'm better than before.
Good evening. What a beautiful evening it is, and what a beautiful day. I am Yolanda Hinton, host of FYI After Dark, also FYI Morning Show Live. You usually can catch me Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9:30 a.m. for the morning show. This is FYI After Dark. I want to welcome all the listeners, the viewers, Facebook Live, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. As a matter of fact, you can go to the newest platform over there on YouTube, and that is FYI Radio Show host Yolanda Hinton. There's also Crystal Records One over there, Ciara ISTO Records One over there on YouTube. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, follow me, and I promise I will follow you back. And I want to just say thank you for joining me. Thank you for your support. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. I tell you what, over here where I am in the Hampton Roads area, it has cooled down a little bit. It was absolutely hot. I thought it was just like a Las Vegas. I thought I was in Las Vegas at one time. It was so hot during the holidays, the 4th of July holidays. But our temperatures in the evenings are just a little bit better. And I'm just thanking God for a relief. But anyway, we are here, and I welcome you again. Also, want to welcome the sponsors, and that is Bulvic Academy, BULVIC. Make sure you go to www.bulvicacademy.com, BULVIC academy.com, and check out all the things there. The initiative, anti-bullying initiative, the books, Bullying is Right Underneath Your Nose, Diary of a Former Bully. There's a game called Bulvic for the Family. Beautiful, wonderful game. You all go ahead and get it. Actually, you can go to www.bulvicacademy.com, or you can go to iTunes, or you can go to Google Play. You can get the books on those platforms. You can get the game on those platforms, as well as the website. And we say thank you ahead of time. Tell them that FYI After Dark sent you over there to check out the website. Also, don't forget Beard Gods. That's another sponsor. BEARDGODZ.com. Go over there. A lot of great things for guys. A lot of things for their beard. A lot of vitamins and balms and all kind of things that make you look and feel good. Oils, combs, picks. Chris Hinton has some great things over there for you also. Guys and girls, go over there and check out. They have shampoo, they have conditioners and things like that as well. So get over there, www.beardgods.com, and tell them that you were sent from Yolanda Hinton over there to the website. I tell you what, I don't want to delay the time because I have a very, 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 very special guest that I can't wait to introduce to the audience. I'm really excited because I've been seeing her on social media doing great things. But I also got a hold of that bio. Woo! And talking about a sister that's been doing a lot in the community, doing a lot. I'm telling you, serving us and serving us well. My very special guest, Nichelle Buffalo. She's founder of Buffalo Families and Friends nonprofit. Good evening, Nichelle.
Good evening, and thank you for having me this evening.
Nichelle, you don't look like you tired, but you do a lot of work. I mean, you are serving left and right and just doing God's bidding. I want to actually share your bio, some of your bio, with our audience, if I could. I just want to, feel like I just want to read some of it to them and just let them know who you are.
All right.
Nichelle Buffalo is a lifelong public servant, community advocate, and nonprofit leader whose passion for serving others has transformed thousands of lives throughout the city of Chesapeake and the Hampton Roads region. Nichelle dedicated 20 years of service to the city of Chesapeake Library Department, where she worked in 1992. From that date to 2012, throughout her years of community involvement, she has also served as vice president of the South Norfolk Neighborhood Watch, was a member of Homelessness Task Force, and served on the South Norfolk Revitalization Commission, working alongside community leaders to improve neighborhood and strengthen resources for local families. I tell you what, it goes on and on. I'm gonna let Nichelle tell us a little bit more about who she is, because I'm telling you, what a wonderful bio and what a wonderful service to our community. Nichelle, tell everybody where you're from, and then just give us a little bit more of some of the things you've done.
Okay. Yes, I was born and raised here in Chesapeake, Virginia. Lifelong resident here. I've been here for 54 years. So this is the only place that I know. It's the only city that I knew, and it's the only city that I love. So we started our nonprofit in 2010 because I saw a need here in the community at that time. And at time it was food insecurities.
Yeah.
And so I got with my family and friends, and our first Thanksgiving we came together and we served. We served at Johnson's Park, and we served about 25 homeless individuals that
Wow.
night. And then we went on to the second year and we did another Thanksgiving and we served about 40. And then we started doing back to school drives.
Wow.
Then from there, the third year, we served about 100 people. And then we initiated a warm and fuzzy Christmas along with back to school.
Wow.
So we have years of service here in our community, plus throughout the city of Chesapeake.
Oh wow, you have been serving. What's in you that you serve like that? Everybody doesn't have that gift, Michelle. Everybody, want to do good, and sometimes people from time to time they take the time to do certain things, sometimes certain occasions. But it seems like a lifelong thing for you. Tell us what's in your heart where you take the time to serve us and serve us well.
Yes. God gave me the wisdom to serve, and He has instilled in me that I will serve. I will be the feet that He can't be. So
Ooh,
that's why I'm the feet. I'm the stepping stones in these communities. I walk in these communities, and I make sure that I do service. We do service with faith, compassion, and consistency. And that's one thing when you're serving God, you have to be consistent. So that's one thing, as you can see, we've been consistent for 16 years, and we will stay consistent and faithful in these communities for the next 16 years to go.
absolutely. Tell us about your foundation, your nonprofit organization,
Yes.
Buffalo Family and Friends nonprofit.
So we started our organization. We was established in 2010, and we established out of our home here in South Norfolk. And we just grew and grew and grew. From Thanksgiving, cooking in our house to back to school drives, serving, storing things in the house, to warm and fuzzy Christmas, storing things in the house, and we just grew and we grew. And when pandemic came,
Yes.
it was like, wow, we got a call and they said, well, we're going to have about 10,000 pounds of food for you. Like, well, where are we going
What?
to put
Oh, wow.
10,000 pounds of food?
Oh, my.
So we went searching for a couple of weeks, and we finally found a home, our first storefront here in the Southgate Plaza Shopping Center, and we made that into our pantry. And it was supposed to be our pantry that's what just for serving our communities that we were serving, but then it turned into an open food bank. And so then we grew from there, and then it was like, wow, we still need a place to cook.
Yes.
So that store became available, and we made that into a community kitchen. And then it was like, wow, now we need really somewhere where we can serve these cooked meals. And so we came around the corner, still in the Southgate Shopping Center, and in 22 we opened up a resource center.
Wow.
And then God was like, okay. And I'm thinking, I still need one more thing. We need a place to store the food.
Wow.
We can have a warehouse. So we finally completed our food warehouse, um, and we call it the Food Bank of Chesapeake. It's no
Oh,
affiliation with Southeastern Virginia. We are our own independent food bank here in Chesapeake. So that's our story, and we've been keeping on. Like I said, we've been a boots on the ground for 16 years. God say let's. He asked me to serve, and that's what we're doing. We are serving with faith, compassion, and consistency.
so, Nichelle, is it that easy? Somebody may be listening or looking and saying, I sure would like to do that, but what are some of the steps? How easy or hard was it to become a nonprofit? And did everything just fall in place? Or was it a lot of prayer, a lot of, oh, God, help us? Or, even when it comes to hands and people to help with the vision, how easy or hard was it?
Well, it's easy to establish your paperwork and get your paperwork together with the IRS and the state commission. That's the very easy part. The hard part is comes the work. Are
Mm,
you built to do the work? Are you going to do the work? Are you going to stay consistent with the work? And I can say we have been consistent. We've stayed the course, and it's not easy. It's very hard. Funding
yes,
is hard. Finding volunteers is hard. Um, Here at Buffalo Family and Friends, we have no employees, so we
mm,
are a volunteer based organization. So anyone that comes to the door through the door is volunteer based.
yes,
So it's really hard. We may get a truck, and it may just be three of us here, but
yes,
the truck has to be unloaded. We spend sometimes 7 days a week here, 12 to 14 hours here. Sun up to sundown,
yes,
but we are here, and you have to be ready to do God's work.
absolutely.
Work, like I said, you have to have that faith, you have to be consistent, and you have to have the compassion. You have to have the compassion to serve others, because serving people is not an easy task.
Yes,
Come across different personalities, different backgrounds, and you have to be able to think out of the box. You have to be able to think right there and there. There's no, let me come back to it. No, if we're in a community, if we see a need, our goal is to fix the need while we're in the community. We've been in communities, in senior communities, and we've seen seniors that need help right then and there. We've seen seniors that are laying on bare floors. And what we do before we leave that community, they're at least in a bed. They got bedding, they got sheets, they have whatever. So filling that need while you're there is what we did.
absolutely. And you need time. How do you find the time to do so many things?
Well, that's the key. That's the hardest thing. That's the hardest thing. But time management, you have to have that time management. And like I say, we manage the time pretty well here. But the thing is, sometimes we will get burned out because we are here 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. at night. And like I say, sometimes we are here 7 days a week. If we get a call on a Sunday morning, hey, we have cases of chicken. Can you meet us at the pantry? That's what we're doing. We are making sure we meet whoever is calling us to be on demand to pick up whatever donation we have because donations is what we count on. We count on donations to
Yes.
run what we have. We serve about 500 seniors here in Chesapeake.
Oh,
Um, we go to different senior communities
yeah.
every month and we deliver groceries in essential bags. So whatever donations we get is going out quickly. We also have a Buffalo Market, twice a month on a Thursday. Normally it's the second and fourth Thursday of the month. We kind of switched it up this month because it's 5 Thursdays, so we're doing it the third and fifth of the month. We have it at 12 p.m. People come into the resource center, they're able to shop, get what they need, bread, milk, eggs, whatever we have, chicken, whatever we have on that line, they're able to shop and pick of what they may need. And so it takes a lot to getting that market set up. We're always asking for volunteers. Whenever we need volunteers, we put it out on our social media platforms so that you can come in and join us and see the work that we do here in the community. We do a lot of partnerships with our organizations. We partner with churches.
Yes.
Have a church on Tuesdays that we make sure that they get groceries before their food pantry opens up at 2 o'clock. Then we have another church on Wednesdays that we make sure before they give theirs away at 5:30 on Wednesday evening that they are prepared to serve their people.
Absolutely. Explain to us something you said earlier, and I think it was when you first began, you used the word food insecurity. How come we've been hearing that phrase? For me, it's been recent, maybe in the last 3 years, I've been hearing that more and more. Can you explain to our listeners and viewers what that is? Food
Yes.
insecurity?
Food insecurities, and like I say, we started in 2010 because we saw the need
Yeah.
of food insecurities, and we also here in our area live in a food desert. So food insecurities is when people are not able to meet the demand of having adequate food.
Yes.
They may, like our seniors, they get a partial amount of income and they become food insecure because they're trying to pay their bills, they're trying to meet their medicine. So, what falls is food. So, they're insecure in food. We have some neighborhoods that don't even have a grocery store nearby,
Mm,
a food desert. So, the kids and the adults, they go to the local convenience store.
absolutely.
Convenience stores has nothing healthy in there. So they are getting their food insecure because they're eating chips, they're drinking soda, they're getting the foods that's not good for them because they don't have the means of transportation to get to a local grocery store. And so we kind of start filling the gap in
Yes.
2010. And you hear more about food insecurity now, and really when the pandemic came in 2020, you really heard about food
Yes.
insecurities. But that was 2020. We started in 2010. So we were 10 years ahead of the game. So when pandemic came and it was like, what are we going to do? We already was there. We was already
Oh,
equipped. We was
yes.
already the boots on the ground. The week that school let out, that next week, we were already the boots on the ground, serving 250 kids here in Chesapeake by going door to door, making sure that they had the food to eat while they was out of school. Because a lot of people don't realize, yes, the schools started it, opening their doors maybe a week after we had already been the boots on the ground here serving in the communities. But a lot of these people that we serve, they couldn't get to the school to get a lunch for their child. So
Yes.
we were there present, giving the meal at their door so the kids wouldn't go hungry.
Absolutely. Rewind to the beginning. And then let's look in the crystal ball and see the today and the future. When it comes to homelessness, 16 years ago, Nichelle, it wasn't like now. How do you serve um, the population now since it is more? And the demands on you all as an organization. How do you meet demands on your organization?
So with homelessness, we've been in the community and people know us. So they come to us, whether it's to get a breakfast sandwich in the morning, whether it's to get a cup of coffee in the morning, or just, we can be here in the resource center and They just happen to, just stop by, a cup of water or whatever. They know us. And because we've been consistent, we've been in the community, we haven't left them, and a lot of it is being here, being on
Yes.
the ground, and we haven't left the community. We haven't left Chesapeake, and that to a homeless person,
Yes.
they're going to come back to you.
Yes.
And we see more and more now. We partner with different organizations to make sure food gets out. They can call us and say, hey, we have this issue, we need food. What we do, we give them the food to serve out. It's not just us serving, it's working together collaborative with other partners to
Yes.
make sure that things are getting out in the community, because we can't do it alone.
Yes.
And now you see more and more homelessness. You see more and more people on the street, and they just need a little bit of kindness,
Yes.
support, and just somebody to just love on 'em, one thing that I say, food brings people together.
Mhm. Yes.
It's like when you have your family gathering, you're bringing your family together. But when we do, we see when we are serving the homelessness, if we say, if if person A comes up and say, I need a cup of coffee, person B is coming up. So you're, next thing you know, you have six homeless guys that's sitting in the front drinking coffee, talking to each other, eating. So it's like a gathering, but they feel comfortable when they come here because we're treating them with compassion. And that's
Absolutely.
the way that you're supposed to treat them. We treat everyone with compassion.
Yes. Are you all using technology to your advantage now, social media to market? How do you all come together with this
So,
today and
so
the
now,
future?
when before we used to use a little bit of social media, we used to do a lot of things in the community, but we never had a photographic background. But now we in 22 we was able to have a PR person that came on board to help us have that track. And so now we do a lot of things on social media, where we are, what we are doing, when things are happening. Like I say, with our market, we market that with our volunteers. We market that when we have hair salon. We do have a community hair salon that
Yes.
we have, and
Ooh,
that's almost 5 years old, and I'm very excited about that. Where
yes.
we partner with Chesapeake Career Center, and their cosmetology and nail techs come in twice a month on a Saturday, and they donate their time, the students, to make sure that our community and our residents are beautiful, to give them self assurance, and that really helps them feel good. They may come in feeling down and depressed, but when
Yes.
they leave out of here, they feel like a new individual. They got a smile on their face. They have dignity because, they're able. It helps with anti-bullying with the kids.
Yes.
We get them in here, we get them a haircut, we braid the hair, we wash their hair. So it's all in how we help people, mind, body, soul. That's what we do here at Buffalo Family and Friends.
Absolutely. Now you all are giving out so much. What does the organization need from the community? What can we do to help your organization?
We always need support in food, donating, going to Sam's Club, picking up things. If you're at the grocery store, oh, I can get some grits, I can get some oatmeal and send it to Buffalo Family and Friends. Sam's Club, order it, have it sent here. Amazon, order cereal. Those are any pantry items. We always need them. Like I say, we do 500 seniors a month, uh,
Wow.
grocery bags, and we also give them essential items. And
Yes.
essential items is like toilet paper, washing powder, laundry detergent, dish detergent, Clorox wipes. We put those in the bag for those 500 seniors.
Oh, wow.
Now, since the Dollar Tree is no more Dollar Tree, it's
Absolutely.
hard for
Absolutely.
us, and we're reinventing the wheel, and so now we get the large things of laundry pods and we split it up, and we put them in Ziplocs to make sure we can still serve them, but we got to serve them very conservative now.
Yes.
Because, those that $1.50 add up when you're going in there buying thousands of items to put in these senior bags. So, we always need support. We Like I say, we're on social media.
Yes.
You can get our phone number and address, and everything is on social media. Our website is currently back up. That's
Good.
buffalo.org. It's been going up and down lately, so that's why we've been telling people stay tuned to our social media outlet, because website has been flaky, but as of today, is back up.
Very
Um,
good.
we also have a donate button there on our website, which goes straight to PayPal. So there's actually a lot of ways to donate. If you can't donate, if you want to come here and give us an hour of your time a week, that's great. And you
Wow.
can look at our social media platform and messaging us and say, hey, I want to come volunteer. Would this be a good day to volunteer with us?
Absolutely. That is absolutely marvelous. We're going to give that information to our viewers and listeners in a little bit. Who would you shout out beside your partners? Who's making this happen beside you? Who's a part of the inner circle?
Yes, so we're going to shout out to the Lena Buffalo, my mother. She's a co-founder. We're going to send a shout out to Dina Jones. She's our pantry coordinator. Shout out to our administrator assistant, Maika Jones, and our all around, person, our PR person, Jonathan McNear. These people help keep Buffalo thriving every day. They
Yes.
come in, they're donating their time every day, sometimes, like I say, 7 days a week. And we couldn't appreciate these people that work along with us. We have other volunteers that come in, it seems like we get all the retirees, so, and they come in like they're working their regular job, they're
Wow.
retired, but they come in 4 to 5 days a week. We have like about 4 volunteers
Yes.
that come in almost every day. We have a retired contractor. He's helped us do all of our build outs, and without him, we wouldn't be, in these buildings. We have a retired driver, he goes and picks up our pickups. We have a retired person. She comes in and do the pantry. So we couldn't do it without those.
I tell you what, let me tell y'all something about Miss. Is it Miss or Mrs.?
Miss.
Miss Michelle Buffalo. Not only is she a servant, serving the community, her organization serving, making sure everybody's taken care of as much as she can do for her city. She's also running for Chesapeake City Council.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank
We got to talk about that, Michelle. First,
Yes,
let me give
yes,
your applause. Let me applaud you
yes.
first. Michelle, tell us why you feel the need to serve even greater in the city of Chesapeake, on the city council.
I feel that, it's time to make a change here in Chesapeake. It's time to restore the voices back to the residents here in Chesapeake. And I've been a voice for the communities throughout Chesapeake for 16 years, not just talking, about helping people, but actually doing the work.
Yes,
And with the help of many, we've literally fed Chesapeake here.
yes,
And we serve families, we serve seniors, we serve residents all across the city. And as I said earlier, this is the only city that I know, and this is the city that I
yes,
love. And just like scripture tells us, he came into his own, and his own received him. And so I'm not doing it just for me. I'm doing it for the people here in Chesapeake, to try to restore the voice, back to them, to make sure that the public is heard. And so I'm going to give it a good chance here.
yes.
When November the 3rd comes, I would like people to check that mark, vote for me, because I have been the real boots on the ground here in Chesapeake. It's nothing that I just started a few months ago. I did the path, and I think um, God told me the end of last year that He wanted me to serve in a different capacity.
Wow.
And the capacity was running for city council. And He told me it's not going to be easy, and
Yes.
it's going to be a little uncomfortable for me because my personality is a little bit different from any other politician that I've met.
Yes.
But I'm a servant. And
Wow.
so being a servant, I can serve those in Chesapeake.
Absolutely. Tell us what it takes to become a city council person. Is it something that you have to do or prove, or
Yes.
what goes along with getting this position?
Right. So the first thing, you have to go to the registrar's office and get your packet. And in that packet, first you have to acquire 150 registered voter signatures. And so you go a little bit over to make sure that you have all your signatures. Once the registrar's office has verified that you have your 150 signatures, then you're placed on the ballot. So I'm on the ballot, and the order that you get your information in is the order that you're on the ballot. So
Ah,
I'm number two
oh,
on
good.
on the ballot. So I'm happy about that.
Yes.
So that's the first step. And now is getting out, asking people to vote for you. I'm not and I'm running as an independent.
Yes.
So I'm not running in any particular party.
Yes.
Um, and I think that's the best way, because
Absolutely.
we run a nonprofit, you have to be for all people. And
Yes.
I did try to acquire being getting an endorsement, but the endorsement didn't work. So I decided to keep forward and walking the walk and doing what I do every day. So what I do every day is serve the people. And when I get on city council, I would be serving, I would be doing the same thing, serving with faith, consistency, and compassion.
What are some of the greatest needs of Chesapeake? I lived in Chesapeake for years. I'm in Virginia Beach now. But what do you feel is the greatest need, and why is change needed?
Chesapeake really needs restoring the voice back to the people. If you ever watch our city council, sometimes you're not heard.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yes.
you're not heard. You go there and it's like, you can start talking and you're rudely interrupted. You
Yes.
know. So restoring that voice back, allowing people to, even if they just come to me, at least allowing me to be their voice for them, because I've been the voice for 16 years for a lot of residents here. Another thing is, always public safety. There's always trying to make sure that we have enough officers to do the job. So we're, making sure public safety keeps their funding and everything works well. But also homelessness. Since
Yes.
I've been doing it for 16 years, I've seen the homeless, but
Yes.
I've seen the growth of homeless as well.
Yes.
So I just hope that we can coordinate and work with, human services and other nonprofits and housing partners to sustain solutions with homelessness. And those are some of the things that I see, that me is would be a good platform for myself, restoring the voice, public safety, and homelessness.
Absolutely. So now, as a city council person and as an organization, will those things kind of lock together? How will they keep?
No, they would be different. Yeah.
Yes.
So on my road to on my political career now, those four people that I named, they will be holding Buffalo Family and Friends on ground. So,
Yes.
my mother helped me find it, so she's a co-founder. So she'll be stepping into my role as I be on the Chesapeake City Council.
Yes.
So you can't let nonprofit and politics intertwine.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about the vote, whether it's for someone running for city council or somebody running for the governor or president or delegate? How important is it for folk to get out there and vote?
It's very important to vote. It's very important. Your local election determines what's happening in your city. So if you see something that's wrong in your city and you're not voting, you can't help fix the problem.
Yes.
You know, it takes a village to go to city council, and that village, they need to be registered voters. If you're around complaining and you're not registered to vote, you can't help us. So it's very important. And then when you get to our state level, it's very important that you vote there. We don't realize that, our state officials are very important. They help do the groundwork and help our cities bring in more funding and things like that. But also our delegates and stuff, they help choose who's running our courts.
Yes.
So, and a
Absolutely.
lot of people don't realize that. So
Yes.
voting there is important because they're the people, they're the judges and stuff that's helping running our city courts. And then your federal government leads things down to the state, which can lead things down to local. So it's very important to vote. And I just ask people, if you're listening, you're not a registered voter, or you haven't voted in a long time, get up and
Mhm.
find a voter registrars. Go to the library to get registered to vote. You can do it online, but let your voice be heard, whatever party you're a part of.
Yes.
Ask you to get out and vote on November the 3rd.
Yes. Talk about women getting into the race. What do you think? We have a woman, a governor. How do you encourage women to get involved and begin to serve their cities and their states? What do you say to them? And is it something that's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, seeing more women, women of color? How do you feel about that?
I think it's going to get larger. Um,
Yes.
and doing political races is not easy, and it's harder as being, a female, and it's harder as being a black female. But with the support, with the guidance, with prayer circles,
Yes.
we can do anything that we want to do. We just have to stay grounded, and we have to stay consistent. And I think I use consistency a lot, but that's how you grow. That's how you grow your community, and that's how you grow your support, by being consistent and by being there. Becoming a politician is not easy,
Mm,
and it's hard work, but you have to have service, and you
yes,
have to have a servant's heart. And I think that's the only way that you would make it through a political career.
absolutely. Talk to us about the schools. You're going to be on Chesapeake City Council. How will you serve the school? What things are going to be different? What do you see is the lack or the need in our Chesapeake schools?
So with schools, with city council, we don't really get into the school system because of the school board. And the only thing that we would be doing is just helping them with their budget.
Oh, with the
Yeah. So
money.
the school board, the elected school board officials, they deal with the school part. The thing with city council, we just deal with the aspects of the whole city. And
Oh,
so we have nothing to do with the
with the
school.
schools.
With the
So
school.
name some of the things that the city council, how you all serve. You said anything that has to do with the city, like
So
uh,
that's our streets. That's our
streets.
our
Uh-huh.
streets, our public safety, our making sure you got the books in the library,
Oh,
that your personal property taxes, your
yes.
you
Oh,
know
yeah.
making sure that your trash is picked up.
Yes.
It's also dealing with infrastructure. It's dealing with communities. It's dealing with new developments. It's things like that. Bringing businesses here into Chesapeake. That's what the city council handles.
Yes. Now we talked about the needs for your organization. Can you talk about what's needed for your campaign? What things that the community can do to help you?
So for my campaign, we need volunteers. We're going to need volunteers at the polls. We're going to need volunteers to be calling people. We're going to need monetary donations to help buy signs uh, to give us airway like this. It takes a lot, and since I'm running as an independent, that's really hard because independents have no, you don't have anybody to call.
That machine, you
Yeah, we don't have a machine, or we don't have anybody to call that's going to give us that backing, that's going to get us in that door,
yeah,
to say, hey, this is Michelle Buffalo. So when I go into a door, I'm introducing myself. So
absolutely.
it takes monetary,
Yes.
donations to actually do that as well. We have all of that information on
Um,
our social media platform, Michelle Buffalo for Chesapeake City Council.
oh, good.
We're on Facebook and also on Instagram. So um, it takes a lot of backing. It takes a lot of support, volunteers to walk the doors, knock on doors, to say, hey, do you know this person? I'm Michelle Buffalo. I'm
Yeah.
running for Chesapeake City Council. I do have 16 years of service here in the city. Born and raised, went to school in Chesapeake. So, worked in Chesapeake. So I have a lot of background with
Yes.
Chesapeake.
Michelle, give us an idea of your process of how you decide to do a certain thing. So when you started in the beginning 16 years ago, do you just lay back on your bed and say, you know what? Are you listening closely to the Lord and saying, what's next, Lord? Or how is this coming about? Because you have done so many wonderful things. And now to be running for a city council, is it just you and God having a conversation, or do you go to your support system? How does all this come birth? How do you birth all this?
Me and God have a conversation, and I always have ideas. And I
Oh,
take my ideas to God first. And then once I go to Him, I go to my people. And they was just talking about me yesterday about this. It's like she never gives up. And when she wants to do something, we could say no, and she's telling us yes. So, I mean, we just had this very conversation, me and my mom and one of her friends yesterday. And, you know, I put everything to God first. And then I go and I say, Mom, can we do this? And she just looks like,
oh,
yes,
wow.
And then I take it to my board, and I take it to my friends, and I'm like, is this something we can do? And I was like, well, I don't think we have a choice, but and we just do it. Me and God have a good understanding.
Yes.
Can't do it without Him. The
Yes.
birth of Buffalo Family and Friends is a God oriented thing. He tells us exactly what to do. He's taken us through dips that other organizations would have dipped
Yes.
out of. So but we're still here. We're still growing. I think we're growing faster than what we can go.
Yes. The capacity is
We're trying to keep up with the demand, and my team does very well in keeping up with the demand of what's going on here in the city, and trying to fill the needs and making sure that those needs are filled, because we
absolutely.
cannot leave needs that we see unfulfilled, because if you're there, you see it, you have to fill it at that time, because
Yes.
not once you leave, you may not get back
Yes.
that particular in another day or so, because there's another need that came in, so you
Yes.
got to fill that first need that you've seen, get that done, then we can move on to the next.
So your mom is a great support system. She's a partner. Is she like you? Are you all different? How is it you all click so well? And how
We're
is it
different. We have different
she's ready?
personalities.
Different
we have
personality. But
Yes,
it sounds like she's ready when you come. She's ready. She's like,
yes.
hey, go on and do
She
it.
has a military background, so
Woo!
so she's the I tell her all the time, I wasn't in the military, so she'll come in and do her military stuff, but we're very different, but we get the job done. Our personalities click very much, and
Yes.
that's what you have to have. You have to have um, none of us in our organization have the same personality, but
Yes.
we all click, we all mesh, and that's because of God. God has us. He keeps us on our toes. He keeps us with compassion and faith. And that's what makes our organization.
Wow. I'm just wondering, did she see it coming? Is she, you running for city council? She felt like he was ready? I mean, is she just
Yeah,
that
she
person?
felt like us. I wanted to run for city council years ago in my 30s.
Oh,
The time wasn't right.
yeah.
It was just, I wanted to do it. I've always watched city council since I was 17 years old.
Oh, wow.
So it's nothing that new to me, but this is when God came to me and he said, "Yes, this is your time, my daughter."
Oh,
So, and that's when I came out with it. I asked my mom, I prayed about it, and she's like, "Well, we're ready. We're
oh,
ready, and our organization is ready for me to do a different type of service." So the
absolutely.
organization is ready for them to stand in and do it. I've built it. I think I've done everything I can with Buffalo Family and Friends, and now it's time for me to go for Chesapeake City Council to make a difference here in the city.
That is absolutely amazing. Everything's in place, and God is with you. That's the main thing. You do have a look. We just said that you didn't have a machine. Yes, you do. You got a machine. You
Yes,
got a
yes,
machine. So
yes,
we got
yes,
to rewind on that one. Absolutely. You have a machine. You go to God. You get your orders.
yes.
And it sounds like you don't buck, don't fight back. Have you ever said that? Look, Lord, this too much. Have you ever bucked?
No, no. I just do as I'm told.
Oh my
I
God, I
just
love
do as
it.
I'm told because he said that he would take care of what he wants me to do. We
Ooh.
have been the feet for 16 years, and he makes sure that we continue to be the feet.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Let's tell the folk before you go all the contact information for Buffalo Family and Friends
All right.
nonprofit and the website and how people can give, volunteer for your campaign.
Okay. So, Buffalo Family and Friends, our website is www.buffalofamily.org, and that's a W at the end of Buffalo. You can follow us on Facebook and social media and Instagram. It's Buffalo Family and Friends Community Days. And for City Council, you're gonna look up on Facebook and Instagram. I'm Nichelle Buffalo for Chesapeake City Council. We don't have a website yet. We're working on that. But my direct number is 757-739-5121 if you need to reach me. Also, with our on our website for our nonprofit, if you want to donate, you can click that donate button, and that's a monetary donation. But if you want to do a Sam's Club order, an Instacart order, or whatever you want to do for us, you can have it sent to 2403 Bainbridge Boulevard, Chesapeake 23324. And your donation would come straight here to our door, and we would love to receive all the donations we get. We have a lot of people that Instagram or Sam's Club us things, Walmart. You can do that. That keeps us out of the store. So if you want to
Absolutely.
order, just order on and get it sent to us.
Oh, I love it. You can count on FYI After Dark. We're going to definitely make sure we donate to your cause. What
Yeah.
a wonderful, wonderful mission, a wonderful vision that's been carried out. I see you serving as a city council person, and I just, ooh, what a fit. What a good fit, and what a need for good leaders.
Yes.
And that's why you all out here should go out and vote. Those in Chesapeake, make sure you support Nichelle Buffalo and all her endeavors. We need good leaders.
Yes, we
We
do.
can look, we know what we get when we don't have good leaders. We see it now
Yes.
all
Yeah.
around us. But when we have someone that has the heart of God and serving the people, not self serving, but serving the folk, serving people, and caring for folk, it's time to make sure we get under and support. You have FYI support, Yolanda Hinton support.
Yeah.
And when you become a city council member of Chesapeake, you got to come back on the show.
Yes. I'll see you after November the 3rd.
Give us that information one more time, Michelle.
Yes. So To support Buffalo Family and Friends, go to www.buffalofamily.org, Facebook, Instagram, Buffalo Family and Friends Community Days. To support Nichelle Buffalo for Chesapeake City Council, go to our social media. Go to Facebook and Instagram. Please follow me with on my campaign trail. We need followers. We need people to share what I'm doing on my campaign trail. So please follow us. Please share it. Please like. Please comment because that's going to take me where I need to go. Because I'm the independent candidate that's not going to be on anybody's sample ballot. It's just going to be when you go in to vote, you're going to see Nichelle Buffalo, the second person listed on that ballot.
Nichelle, spell your name for them.
It's NICHELLEBUFFALOW. Very unique. You can't forget Buffalo.
Absolutely. It's Buffalo, but you got to put that W at the end.
Yes. Yes.
Nichelle, thank you so much. I just am very, very excited again about you being on, all that you do in the community serving. It makes my heart warm to know people are out here and they are doing God's bidding and they are definitely holding up those that need. Thank you so
Thank,
much.
thank you
Look,
for
be
having me.
blessed.
Thank
Have
you
a
for
beautiful, beautiful evening. Okay. Love to your support system and all those that you in your circle. God bless you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. So look, y'all. Ooh, you got to please, please, please make sure you lend support to Nichelle Buffalo. The organization that she started 16 years ago is up and popping. She's doing it, and her team. They have laid a foundation for our community to be fed, to be sheltered, even to get your hair did. Honey, she is out here doing so many things that's going to help us. Let her be a part of the Chesapeake City Council. Please vote. Those that are in the Chesapeake area, get out there and vote. Get out there and let's have good leaders, even in our Chesapeake City Council. We've got midterms coming up as well. Whatever the campaigns are, whether it's nationally or state or city, please get involved. Please get out to vote. Please, please vote for great, great leaders. It's so many of you all on. Somebody said, "Hey, ma'am, how are you?" I think that's Ken. Let me see. Is it Kenza? I think I see that. Bentley. I think I saw. Who did I see up here? Buckins. What's going on? Is that me? Let's see. I can't see that very well. Some of these names are going by. King's daughter, another lady in the community that's doing great things. I see her from time to time and just always serving. Thank you for joining me. KP, hello. Astro Boy, how are you? Uh, Ford, I think that's it. Tammy, Kevin, Lamb, hi. Samuel, hello. There's so many of you all up here. James, what's going on? Let's see, who else? DEV, Devin, I think that's the name. Blackburn, Edwin, hello. Uh, so many of you guys. Shaqua, is that how you pronounce it? I'm not sure. I hope I'm not messing it up. But thank you all for joining. Thank you for your support. Destiny, what's going on? Thank you for coming on. I saw my friend Sheila Robbins here, and it's a blessing that you all are joining me. Yolanda Jones, how are you? Um, so many of you guys that are on, and I'm so thankful. Make sure you all like and share. Make sure you follow me on social media. Uh, if you haven't been over here to TikTok, I'm over here at Y Hinton. You'll see Y Hinton and you'll see FYI Radio Show along with it. Also, Instagram, you'll see Yolanda Hinton or Y Hinton and FYI Radio Show. Facebook Live, we got all the platforms of the world over there. Yolanda Hinton, FYI radio show, IFYI. We got Yolanda Hinton's fans club over there. It goes on and on. We're on Twitter at Y Hinton and LinkedIn at Y Hinton. Just please make sure you follow, and I will follow you back. Let me see, Dominic. Uh, hello. Let's see. Wow. I'm trying not to. There's so many. Alice, hi. What's going on? Is this M underscore A N I 10? I think that's who it is. Let's see who else. Terry, hi. Uh, Walnut, is that how you pronounce it? I'm not quite sure. Rita, hello. Jasmine, hi. Uh, let's see. Just so many of you guys. Denise, Sherrod, is on. Thank you. Pastor Eddie Everett, how are you? How are you? It's good to see you up here. Thank you so much for joining. And you all, thank you so much for being on with me. A few things I want to mention, some upcoming shows. We have Jason Baker, who's going to be up here. I told y'all we are going to talk more and more about cryptocurrency. He's coming with cryptocurrency on the morning show now, FYI morning show at 9:30 a.m. on Wednesday. Don't forget to join. Also, on Fridays, come on, we're going to have women's topics on Fun Friday, or either we're going to have a summer fun segment. Uh, please join me on Friday. Then on Monday, we have Raynard Boyce with Money and More. I promise you all we were going to do Money and More. And we have Raynard Boyce, who's coming on Monday at 9:30 a.m. with Money and More. So we got some great shows. Chris Hinton's coming with our real estate. We got to have that. We got to have real estate. So he'll be on soon. But again, I want to thank my wonderful special guest and just give her an applause again. Special guest, Nichelle Buffalo, founder of Buffalo Families and Friends nonprofit. And she's also running for Chesapeake City Council. So proud of her and so thankful for you all. I gotta go, but God bless you. And thank you all for tuning in. All those that are on Facebook, make sure you say something in the chat so I can respond to you later. Or any platform, LinkedIn, Twitter. Make sure you say something so I can send some love and say hello to you all, okay? And so be blessed. It's still early, a wonderful evening. You all have a wonderful, wonderful time. Talk with you all later. TikTok, we're going to say bye to you first, okay? And then we're going to, tell all our other friends goodbye.